Namaste. I'd like to tell you something about the most profound syllable AUM, the spiritual symbol of the Hindus, which extends into many other Indic religions, and what this AUM is all about. Why have I subtitled it as the sound of silence? If you notice, when I was saying AUM, in the end, after the three-letter word of AUM, there was a hum of vibrations. That vibration is in silence. That vibration is the most profound, because that is what we are. A source of energy. And a AUM is the cosmic source of energy, the empty space. And AUM connects our physical, mental, and the spiritual energy to the cosmic energy. That is how and why AUM is a very profound mantra on its own and is also used before and after many Hindu mantras. So, let me tell you something about what AUM is all about. AUM tells us in the Mandukya Upanishads, it speaks of 4 states of consciousness. 4 states. Explaining in the symbol of AUM, the upper curve, the lower curve, the side curve, and the 4th curve with a bindu. So these 4 curves tells us our nature. The first 3 are that of the mind. And the 4th, which connects the 3 to the cosmos, to the empty space, to the nothingness of this universe, is the 4th. The first is taken as the waking state of mind, today refined as the conscious state. The second state is considered to be the subconscious state, the dreaming state. And the third is the unconscious state, the sleeping state. The 4th, in which you heard just the vibrations in silence, is the soul, from which everything appears and disappears. The soul, the witnessing consciousness, which does not speak in any words. It is there inside the superconscious section, not in the conscious, subconscious, or the unconscious section, but the superconscious section in the silent zone of the mind, which simply watches and witnesses. It is that pure consciousness. It contains the absolute aware energy. So it becomes the absolute itself. So that is what the soul is all about. It is that divine. And Om signifies the absolute, the ultimate reality, the supreme God, the conscious principle. So, the Antaratma. Why the Antaratma? The soul is the Atma and Antar is the individual. It is the individualized divine sitting in you. It is only in Hindu religion that we have the God dormant within us. All other religions have God outside, either in the heaven or in the form of human gods. But in Hinduism, you are that God, your true self, which we need to understand. And not only understand with clarity. Why do the Hindus say that you are that Atman equal to Brahman? And the Mahavakyas, when they proclaim that the universe is Brahman, I am Brahman, you are Brahman, everything is Brahman. Very surprisingly today, even science agrees to it. Quantum mechanics agrees that all that exists is Brahman, equal to energy. We are all energies vibrating in different frequencies, and that absolute vibration is the fourth state of Om. In silence. That fourth state in Sanskrit is called Turiya. Turiya means the fourth. And the fourth state is witnessing, and its role is to make the mind aware and conscious. Aware and conscious. That is what differentiates. The conscious principle differentiates the living and the non-living. The non-living is not conscious. Whereas the living, the plants, the animals and the human beings are conscious to its highest intensity. Highest intensity. And the purest is the Atman, the soul, as Antaratma. And as it extends into the other three states of the mind, it becomes Jivatma. The lower Atma, the ego consciousness. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that the soul is that conscious principle which makes your mind first aware and then conscious. And then conscious. And from the conscious, it goes into the subconscious. And then into the unconscious. So the subconscious is lower the conscious. Over 95% of the mind is working through its memory and intellect. But then again, who is that memory? You. It is you who knows whether your memory is sharp or fading. It is you who knows your intellect. And it is you who knows when to apply your intelligence and how to apply and how it is being applied. So you are separate from the other three states. The waking state, which appears and disappears in your consciousness. It is that screen on which the movie is being played. The movie starts and finishes, but the screen remains. So same is the case with consciousness. Consciousness remains in its purity as the core energy. The mind is that subtle energy, and the body is gross energy. So the core energy remains. You as Atman remains in the Absolute and equal to Brahman, the cosmic energy of the universe, where 95% is dark energy, as empty space or nothingness. But from that nothingness, it has the ability to vibrate in different frequencies. And we all are condensation of those vibrations. In atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, quarks, and this is how atoms build up into molecules and molecules build up into mass. And 95% if there is dark energy, as per science, the rest is matter and consciousness, from the stars to the subatomic particles. The living is conscious, and the human being has the highest dimension, highest degree of the conscious principle. So the Mandukya Upanishads declared Atman is equal to Brahman. It confirms you are that. You are that absolute. You are that divine. It's only that it's dormant. It's not being utilized. And that is the purpose of your life. To liberate yourself from the mind, from the dualistic mind, from the dualistic happiness and sadness, the divine and the devil, the good and the bad, the positive and the negative, the happiness and the sadness. Transcend from that and enter into bliss. Awaken the soul by activating the mind. That is how it is. So Om provides us with 4 dimensions of the mind. The waking, the dreaming, the sleeping, and the soul in silence. The watcher, the witnesser, which connects, which is equal to Brahman, yet it is one notch lower. Now, why is it lower? Why is it lower? Even though there is a certain confusion that the soul is considered to be the causal, the indicator of the ultimate, the causation. No, the causation is the universe, the cosmic energy, in the form of awareness. It is the subject, and the individualized soul is the object. So there's a subject-object relationship here. The object is a notch lower than the subject. And the subject in totality, in its absoluteness, is the cosmic energy. Not the Antaratma, but the Paratma. Not the Ishwar, but the Parameshwar. Not the Atma, but the Paramatma. Par means beyond. So, allow me to give you the 5th state. The 4th state is Turiya, that of silence. That of connecting the personal to the transpersonal. The transpersonal is the absolute, supreme, Parabrahman, beyond Brahman. So, in Shaivism, it is considered as Turiya Tattva. That which is not, that which is nothing, that which is Shiva. So, we are none other than Shivoham. We have the Shiva ingredient with us in our individual self. So what if we are a notch lesser than the cosmos? But we have that connectivity. We have that divine within us. In Hindu religion, that divine is within you. It needs to be awakened. You need to enlighten your mind You need to liberate from your mind. So soul has within itself the nirvana, the moksha, the liberation. It has everything. All it needs is awakening. All it needs is awakening. And Om is that primordial sound, that primordial word before every mantra. Is the primordial mantra on its own, which is the most supreme. So, it is how we understand Om which makes us understand who we really are. We are not body. We are not mind. Without the conscious principle, there would be no waking, there would be no sleeping, there would be no dreaming. Because the moment you get up from your sleep, the consciousness may have gone to sleep, but you are aware the moment you open your eyes. You are aware of everything from your memory, from your intellect, from everything that your mind has accumulated through its intensity of individual awareness from the soul. From the soul. So, everything appears and disappears without the consciousness. Like for a log of wood or a rock, there would be no presence of the universe. The universe exists, the planets exist, the stars exist, I exist, you exist only because of our conscious principle says so. Only because of our Atman says so. Only because our Atman can silently witness. And that is why we say, Om Shanti, 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 as the end of every prayer. Shanti means silence. Shanti means quietness. Shanti stands for Chant. And after that, E. E is that suffix of NESS. NESS is the suffix. Like you have NESS for conscious as the suffix. NESS for aware energy as the intensity. It reveals the depth. It reveals the intensity. Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It is confused at times. Shanti is confused at times with peace. No, it's not peace. Peace is an antidote for violence. It counteracts violence. Here Shanti is Shant, quiet, silence, which you observe in the dark energy of the universe. Total silence, total bliss, total equilibrium. Total equilibrium. Where all that exists is the energy. And the moment it vibrates, there is a certain movement. So, Om is the unmanifest energy. We are the manifest energy. When we recite the mantra Om, we connect ourselves to this cosmic energy and begin our prayer. Trying to understand what we seek. We are that. We are that. The Supreme is within us, is not outside us. We are seeking from the Supreme unmanifested energy to manifest into us, into our soul. Enlighten us so that one day we may liberate ourselves from this dualistic nature which brings forth mess and misery. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.